Today's video is for the single mom feeling mentally or emotionally exhausted and overwhelmed, and maybe even a little sad. We carry a lot of weight as a single mom because we're managing and juggling so many responsibilities between the kids and home and work, and it is just a lot sometimes. And so it's really important that we connect back to ourselves and pour into ourselves, because we know we can't pour from an empty cup. And so especially if you are recovering from a breakup, whether it is the heartbreak of a shattered relationship or if it's the sting of betrayal that broke the trust of a marriage, it's a lot to handle. And so one of the things that you can do to get small joys back into your life for the sake of your mental health and the well-being of your children, because if mom is feeling good, that's going to be good for your kids. You being healed and you healing is taking care of your children. So this is actually really fun, because I kept hearing from a lot of my mentors to connect back to the 8 to 12-year-old version of myself, and what are the things that you liked to do then and do some of that stuff now. And I couldn't even think of what it was that I liked to do back then. This is a time before the weight of responsibility or heartache came into our lives. And so connecting back to this version of yourself reminds you of the joy and the creativity and the light that does exist within you. And it's also really important in life for your mental health to have things that you're constantly looking forward to. And when I did this activity, I was giddy with excitement, and it gave me so much to look forward to. So we're going to talk about this. When you can't remember what it was that brought you joy as a kid, I feel like this is very normal for us in the trenches of motherhood, because it's just kind of hard to remember what happened back then that brought us joy. And so I used ChatGPT and I typed in, "Can you help remind me of my childhood? I was born this month of this year. What were some popular things that 8 to 12-year-old girls were doing back then?" And oh my gosh, the nostalgia when ChatGPT gave me this big long list of different things that were so popular for 8 to 12-year-old girls. And it just immediately put a smile on my face and made me excited to have more things to do. And it was also very interesting because I was actually already doing some of these things. Like, I have a 2.5-year-old, and I had introduced Shrek to him, and Shrek is on the list of the popular things that were when I was 8 to 12 years old. And Princess Diaries is another one, and we watch Princess Diaries. And Freaky Friday, that's another one. So I have already been doing some of these things, and it gave me more things to look forward to. And like, I just started doing bar, and that is a connection back to when I was like, I think even 4 or 5, when I did ballet. So it's like really fun for me to connect back to that little girl that wanted to be a ballerina. And that's actually really great, because exercising, getting in movement and enjoying it is so important when it comes to being able to stick with that routine. And exercise and movement are so important when it comes to your mental health, your physical health. So once you've sparked these joyful memories, now bring them into your routine somehow. Like, make this a regular thing. Connecting back to your inner child is so healing. It is healing in a way that you didn't even know you needed to be healed. And it reminds you that this little girl version of you is still inside of you. That's still a part of you. And it's such a good way to bring those little joys back into your life, because when we were kids, it was like so magical. Like, the littlest things brought us so much joy. And so we get to bring that back into our adulthood and make life better with it. So I also have a free training in my Facebook group that brings you through healing in a little bit of a different way. It's more for at the very beginning of a breakup, and when you first become a single mom and you're really sad about life and what you thought you were going to have and how it's no longer. And it's about shifting the perspective from what you lost to what you gained. And so if you're interested in that, the link to that is in the description of this video. And if you're feeling exhausted in a physical sort of way, then I also have a free guide, 5 easy ways for single moms to feel more energy naturally. So the link for that is also in the description of this video. I hope this was helpful. It was really exciting for me to see that list of things that were popular way back when, and it really did bring my heart so much joy. So I hope it does the same for you. I'll see you next time.